Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rogers High School for CTN's live coverage of boys high school soccer. We're nearing the end of the regular season as the Royals host the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action. A beautiful day, nice and sunny, and as opposed to the Coon Rapids field where you have to play either into or away from the sun on the side of the field, so not as much of a factor at this field.
Which makes it great for the players, quite obviously. And this should be an interesting game. This is two teams with somewhat similar records. You look at what Rogers has done. Three of their four losses have been to the three of the top teams in the conference. In fact, Centennial and Champlain Park, the top two teams, they've played them very tight. They lost by a goal to each team and actually had the lead. So Cardinals, they're going to want to push the ball, are the Royals. They're going to just have to keep them in front of them.
Well, and the Cardinals right now, they have been able to stay tight in almost all of their games.
Yep.
A couple that have gotten away from them, though, were against Spring Lake Park and Anoka when they lost to the Tornadoes 7-1 and then lost to Spring Lake Park by a 6-2 score. The Royals have beaten them both. Blanked the Panthers 5-0 and beat Anoka 5-3. So when you look at common opponents, the Royals definitely have the edge.
Yeah, and I think who's going to play a big part for Coon Rapids in the possible success of this team is Caleb Winter in net. He's going to have to play a good game here because this is a team that likes to push, they like to run, and they can score.
Well, Coon Rapids had the opening possession, got a little bit of possession on the other side of midfield, but Rogers with a throw-in from the far side now. And they are definitely going to want to watch number 12, the captain, Alex Bowman. He has 12 goals.
Yeah, he's good.
And 5 assists on the season. The rest of the squad has a total of 9 goals. So scoring about 60% of their goals is Bowman.
So you're saying take Bowman out of the game and you have a good opportunity?
Well, you're definitely going to want to mark him closely.
Correct.
And make sure that he's not the one that beats you. That would be the strategy I would implement if I were on the sidelines. Of course, I am not, which is a good thing.
No, don't sell yourself short, Joe Young.
Flash pushing it into the Coon Rapids end. Wagner turns it around for the Cardinals just on the Rogers side of midfield. A little bit of a collision and a foul called against the Cardinals.
You know, they're hoping to the Royals are finish their season out strong, and there's a good opportunity. They're going to host a playoff game, and that's certainly what one of their goals were to start this season.
Flath challenged along the sidelines. A little posturing as both teams want that throw in. It'll go to Coon Rapids. They're going to push it ahead to Barath Ramos Dominguez. Royals able to stop it up and at least get it back near midfield. Cardinals reverse field to the near side. Abdel Rahim. And now it's Tomas Mena in the corner. Crossing out front. Mo Fatty with a shot that's going to be deflected and go wide, and a corner kick coming up for Coon Rapids.
And again, good offensive series for the Cardinals. They got an opportunity to get a shot in front of the net. Just could not make something happen as far as a shot on goal, but I like the fact that they're working it inside. And let's see how much possession they can control here with the corner kick coming up.
Tried to go with a low angle. It went off the side of the goal post and out, so a goal kick coming up for the Royals.
Tried to put a little English on it.
Bowman with it, trying to move it. His pass taken away by Adam Wagner. And now here come the Royals. Bowman had it tipped away by Ian Wynn. Fatty was trying to play it somewhere where Jesse Small could get to it, but it trickles out of bounds. Throw in, settled by Fatty and played back near midfield by Adam Wagner. Headed out of bounds by Dylan Hanal. Royals working back across midfield. Isaiah Brown trying to headman it along the left. A little tie up there, a trip, and another penalty called against Coon Rapids. And this is a free kick from a spot where the Royals may be able to create a dangerous opportunity. It'll be Connor Raish handling the free kick for Rogers.
Well, as you mentioned, to keep your eye on number 12, they're going to look to get him the ball if at all possible.
Good long high boot to the far side, directed out of play by Ali Abdel Rahim. And a throw in now for Rogers on the near side. Bowman will get it in, stopped up by Ian Wynn. And Coon Rapids able to at least push it forward and then get turned around a little bit. Bowman settles it near side. Moves it along and comes up to regain possession. Kish broke it up, pushed into the corner there by Josh Otto. And out of bounds and a throw in deep in the Coon Rapids end.
Yeah, just pushed out the side.
Bowman's throw headed away by Adam Wagner. Eukin Harmon trying to move it. A lot of blue jerseys around him, and they quickly settle and turn it back around. Arena with it for Rogers. That pass taken away by Mo Fatty. Here's Eukin Harmon. Harmon. Long boot from a ways out. Coming out to take it is the keeper, Jacob Cater.
Yeah, I like that thought by Harmon. He did a nice job of getting a little off to it, maybe just a little bit too much.
On a bounce, here's Bowman getting behind the defense. He's a dangerous scorer. He shoots, he scores. And Rogers is on the board. Their first shot of the game ends up in the back of the net.
Well, and that's what I talked to Coach Chapman before the game. He says the one thing we cannot do is let them get behind us, and we have to make sure we keep them in front of us at all times. That's a great goal by Bowman, as he's able to get behind the defense, and relatively nice shot to the far corner.
Well, it was a long through ball that took a favorable bounce and sprung him on a breakaway, and not much chance for winner on that one.
No, not at all.
Here come the Royals again. In close, disrupted by Ian Wynn. Brown tried to push it back, and they will regather, settled by Whitcomb. Whitcomb will move it back for Josh Otto. Otto going back to that far corner. It's disrupted by the Cardinals. A clearing attempt won't get out. Royals back in possession deep in the Coon Rapids end. Otto with a cross. Gets away from Bowman. Brown can't settle. Finally pushed out by Jesse Small. And the Royals will regroup back near midfield.
Yeah, and just the time of possession for the Royals here so far. I mean, it's early, quite obviously, but it's been impressive.
Otto plays it back to Arena into the middle. And that pass just had a little too much air on it from Easton Whitcomb, ends up out the far sideline. Lopez can't sneak around the defense. The Royals try and contain, but it's off of Lopez and out of bounds. And that pass a little too far, back out of bounds.
Well, the Cardinals like to try and get something going here, get a little momentum on their side. Try and prevent this kind of play from Rogers, because they've been doing a good job of controlling it so far.
Mulfatty stepping into a passing lane to get possession for the Cardinals. Plays it ahead, and here's Yukon Harmon with some room. Harmon gets behind the defender. His shot is too high and out of play, and a goal kick upcoming for Rogers.
And again, Harmon, the acceleration to get past the defender to get an opportunity to get a shot on net is crazy. He's a good player. We've had a lot of fun watching him so far this season. He's exciting.
Not sure if he was aware that Brian Lopez was on the other side wide open either, as they were coming in 2v1. And there's a little tangle as Harmon was trying to get around the edge, and he's the one called for the foul. So a free kick coming up for Rogers that'll allow them to clear their defensive end. Ian Flath, the one that ended up taking to the turf. Mulfatty steps up and stops that up, but a little bit of a push, and now a free kick for Rogers from near midfield. Raish plays it into the middle, stopped up again by Mulfatty, gets it to Yukon Harmon. Harmon will boot it into the corner, trying to get Brian Lopez behind the defense, but it slides out of bounds.
I had a chance to talk with Rogers head coach Bruce Schultzenberg, and he said that they've really been pretty happy, even though considering all that's going on with COVID and the pandemic, and that the guys have adjusted pretty well.
Coon Rapids trying to bring some numbers at the offensive end. Harmon in deep in the corner. Can't get the cross to go. That one bounced away from Jesse Small. And now the Royals able to play it back out far enough before Mulfatty will stop it up. And it is out the end line. Another goal kick coming up for Jacob Cater and the Royals.
Head coach Brian Chapman. We chatted a little bit before the game, and he was looking forward to this contest. I think this is an opportunity for them to play hard and get a W.
Lopez disrupting things, and it comes trickling in on Cater. He'll scoop it up. And now punted away. Yeah, we were out at practice yesterday, going to do a Sports Night Spotlight with the two soccer teams. Spoke to them a little bit yesterday, and pretty happy with the way the guys are playing. Like I said, they've been in almost every game. A couple that have gotten away from him. Here's a chance for Lopez. A great slide tackle prevents the shot from getting in. A second effort was also partially deflected and just trickles in where Cater can scoop it up.
Well, this is what the Cardinals need. A little bit of pressure in the Rogers end, trying to just get their game going.
Well, an offense has certainly been a concern for the Cardinals. Here's Bowman trying to get around Wynn. A nice touch gets him behind the defense, a shot, and another goal.
Wow.
And just like that, 2 shots, 2 goals, both from their captain, Alex Bowman.
Yeah, again, he played the angle perfectly, and really not much Winner can do with that one. It's a tough one. A lot of mustard on that shot as well.
Well, and as much possession as they have had, they really haven't had many looks at the goal. But when they've got them, they've both been for number 12, and they've both ended up in the back of the net.
Well, he doesn't waste any time once he gets an opportunity to strike the ball.
I said 12 goals coming in. He's got 2 already. That one coming in the 13th minute of the first half.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. All of a sudden now you're behind. Still plenty of time left just in this first half, and now you're behind 2-0. For a team that is having challenges on offense, makes it the hole that much deeper.
Cross in too deep. Winter comes out and grabs hold of it. The punt held up in the wind. Yukon Harmon able to control. Looking for a way to get it ahead to Brian Lopez. Lopez disrupted there by Orina. Abdel Rahim throws it in quickly to Tomas Mena. Jesse Small now on the far side. Pass too far ahead and turned back over to the Royals, and then a little too much on that one and out right in front of the Coon Rapids bench. Fatty trying to get it back to the near side. Abdel Rahim will play a little give and go. A left-footed shot spins off his foot and goes wide. Out of play, another goal kick upcoming.
So the guys really, down 2-0. They don't want to press in this situation. They don't want to force things. They just want to try and play their game. But yet they know they're in a bit of a hole here, down 2-0. But again, they just have to continue to work what they've been doing in practice and try and find some opening.
Rogers trying to build through the middle again. Disrupted by Abdel Rahim, but then regained by Isaiah Brown. Tipped away out of bounds. Cardinals able to get in the middle of that passing play and break things up. And here's Tomas Mena down the near sideline. Tips it ahead. That was kept in bounds. And now chopped out by Arena as he was being challenged by Mo Fatty.
Yeah,
or
again,
by Yukon Harmon, rather.
And again, that good defensive play, just clear it and let your team reset.
Another clear. Another throw it. Lopez plays it back. Wagner waits and heads it toward the middle. That's redirected by Whitcomb. And here's Ron Gear, challenged and got a little help. Now gets it back. Whitcomb to Otto into the middle. And a lot of one-touch passing early on from the Royals. This one booted behind the defense and handled by Winter.
Yeah, they've definitely controlled this this soccer match so far, and you got to give them credit. They do a really nice job of retaining possession, and of course with a guy like Bowman.
Fatty plays it behind the defense, trying to give Lopez a chance, but getting there first was Sandberg. Lopez able to battle, get it back. But then ball cleared, Small into the middle, skips away from Mo Fatty, and then challenged by Arena. Arena will play it up the sidelines, and ahead to Bowman the ball comes, and then turned around, and Kish will get it back to Yukon Harmon. Into the corner, and that shot by Small is well high and out of play. Another goal kick upcoming.
Yeah, he thought he could get a little loft underneath it and see if he could get it over the goaltender, but not to be.
Bowman heads in, and here's a breakaway chance for Ron Gear. Cardinals able to recover. Wagner trying to get it out, and does get it out the sideline, so a throw in rather than a goal kick or a corner kick.
It was close. It was close to being a corner kick.
It was nearly a breakaway. Yeah. It was a good recovery by Coon Rapids on defense.
Able to get a piece of it.
Bowman a good throw right to the middle of the net.
He almost throws it in the net.
Brown able to get a piece of it, but Coon Rapids able to get possession back. Harmon slowed at center field. Able to retake possession away from Connor Raish. Ricci ahead, broken up by Mo Fatty. Kish. A boot to that corner, but no white jerseys there, and it'll just roll in on Cater, and he will scoop it up in front of Lopez. Brown a header. Ian Wynn heads it back the other direction. Settled now by Fatty, Tomas Mena. Mena gets it ahead, bounces away from Lopez, but right to Yukon Harmon. Harmon was trying to get it back to Lopez on the run down the right side, but cleared away by the Royals. Here's Ben Kish now. Being pressured, plays it up the sideline and out. Just about midway through this first half, a 2-0 lead for the home team, Rogers Royals. Both goals scored by Alex Bowman, one in the 7th minute and one in the 13th.
Yeah, they were impressive goals as well.
Number 14, Peyton Smith.
A few substitutions for both squads.
Ethan Tran leaves it back for Josh Otto. That one's going to skip out of bounds off the leg of Peyton Smith. Coon Rapids throw in from in front of the Royal bench. Mena's pass just out of the reach of Abdullahi Ali, and out of bounds, turnover back to Rogers. Royals able to work it into the middle, cleared back, and played back by Peyton Smith. Yaya Sibity was pressuring, but the Royals able to maintain possession. Tate Yassiri in the middle. Had it momentarily, but Royals, you don't see a lot of Royals trying to carry it for a long time.
No. They do a good job of moving the ball around.
Cross in deep, headed away out the end line off the head of Abdel Rahim, and a corner kick upcoming for Rogers.
Well, you can see defensively for Coon Rapids, when Bowman has the ball, they're moving another player out to try and put a couple of guys on him, because he is that dangerous, and you have to know where he is, and you have to mark him well, as you said at the beginning.
Drew Kreckelberg will handle the kick for Rogers. To the back post, the header was mistimed a little bit by Zach Knudsen. Coon Rapids clears out the far sideline.
Cardinals just cleared away.
Wynn able to get a header on it, settled by Kreckelberg. Mena able to steal it back for the Cardinals, but played out of bounds on the far side.
Get up more.
Cardinals seem to be playing the ball a little bit better after that second goal. At least doing a good job of trying to mark what the Royals are doing and taking the ball away.
Well, the Royals just doing a great job of stopping momentum.
Yes.
And keeping the Cardinals from really getting much beyond midfield. They've had a couple of chances. At this time, they've got far more shot attempts. So they've been down at that end. But good possessions through the midfield for Rogers, and a couple of times that they've been able to spring their star.
Well, Harmon had a pretty good opportunity earlier in this half too, but just put a little bit too much on it. But he did get around the fence, and you mentioned he did have a player to his wing as well. So they with the few opportunities they've had, they've been able to try and create.
Ramos Dominguez plays it back. Ali with it to Mena. Wagner trying to move it ahead, but it spun off the side of his foot, out of bounds on the far side. Kish pushing it ahead. Here's Yaya Sibity getting behind the defense. Cut off nicely by Allen Arena. But this is going to be another corner kick for Coon Rapids. And when you're down 2-0, you're struggling to find offense. You have to take advantage of any opportunity you can find.
Well, this is true. You need to take advantage of these opportunities, because with the way that Rogers can score, you have to be able to at least try and chip into this lead at this point. There was still plenty of time left in this first half, and if you can come away with at least a tally here before the break, that would be big for Coon Rapids. But again, you got to get those chances.
Abdel Rahim plays it back, settled by Deba, but knocked away out of bounds. And Rogers getting a lot of numbers back anytime the Cardinals start to threaten. Lopez to Abdel Rahim on the near side. Cross out front. Mena can't get there. Headed away by Connor Raish. Wagner serves it back into the middle. Mena had a touch. Ramos Dominguez trying to settle. A shot now high and out of play. Another goal kick upcoming.
And those are the kind of opportunities that the Cardinals need. And again, you created a space for yourself, and you had a good opportunity to take a shot on goal. Just a little too much on it.
7 shots attempted by Coon Rapids, just 2 for Rogers. But they clearly have made them count.
Yes. And surprisingly, for the amount of time they've had possession, 2 shots is surprising.
This one crossed way deep. Shot from a ways out. Coming out to handle it is Caleb Winter. Sibity trying to settle. Try to get it back to Ramos Dominguez. Tipped away from him. Abdullahi Ali will let it go out of bounds and take the throw in. Mena a boot. Sibity waiting for it. Has to come back a little bit. Over to Brian Lopez. Lopez to Ali, and that's a handball.
Yeah, that one just got up and away from him. He couldn't stop it.
Mena trying to break up that play, and he's slow to recover.
Yep.
He took a knee in the thigh or something. There was a collision there, and he's back up, which is good. But
yeah, it took him a minute to regain his composure, but he did get up.
Well, now a whistle for a Royals foul and a Coon Rapids free kick. Lopez and Kish both behind the ball. Lopez will try to go direct and misses high and wide. Keeter's boot stopped up by Mena. Sibity had a touch, able to get it back to Mena. Ali looking to get himself into the corner. Pressured well, comes back into the middle. Abdel Rahim settling back for Mena. Mena looking for room. His shot blocked. Sibity recovers. Got away from Ramos Dominguez, and he grabbed onto Bowman a little bit.
He did.
The ref was watching.
Tried to get away with it. Couldn't, unfortunately, for him.
Lopez to Sibity. Sibity trying to make his way past Knutson, but cannot. Whitcomb will try and reverse field. Stopped it up there by Dibba. Dibba pressuring and able to take it back from Peyton Smith. Pushes it down into the left corner, but Marino will just send it back to his keeper. Allow him to clear it out. Long boot behind the defense. Here comes Bowman again. Dibba able to come over and get it off his foot and out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a big play because he initially got behind the first defender. Dibba doing a good job of just kicking the ball and making sure he's pushing it out the side, because you don't want him with a good look at the goal again, because we saw what he did the first two times.
There's a foul behind the play down in the corner called against Rogers, so Mena will trap it and play it back to Winter. Reverse to Dibba. Pressure coming from behind as he tries to settle, and it's out off of Ethan Tran, and Coon Rapids throw it.
A little over 8 minutes remaining in this first half. 2-0 in favor of Rogers, and they're also, you got to give them credit, they've done a nice job of controlling possession, and certainly the two opportunities they've had with shots on net made them count.
Small tried to get an extra 10 or 20 yards.
Hey,
can't fault him for that.
No, listen, if they don't say anything, then you come out the better for it.
But they did.
I know, fortunately for him.
And now where it went out, it's just about where he was going to throw it in last time.
You know, he just knew it was going to be there. Just came a little too late, a little too soon.
Bowman gets it to Brown. Isaiah Brown turning toward the middle. There's a shot right on for Ethan Tran and a save for Caleb Winter.
I think Winter didn't get as much of that as he wanted to.
Yukon Harmon gets it to Ali. Abdullahi Ali cuts back and crosses, but Ron Gear able to get a header on it. Small pressuring. Whitcomb over to help. Small able to come in and get the steal. And then Arena able to send it ahead, trying to keep it in along the sideline. It does. Ian Wynn stops it up, has it taken away by Bowman. Here comes Bowman. Trying to cross. Here's Brown, a shot, a save, and holding on is Caleb Winter. That was a good setup, a great save by Caleb Winter.
Great setup by Bowman. And Winter got a piece of it and almost trickled behind him. He made sure that he grabbed that soccer ball.
Bowman trying to attack again, draws a cluster of defenders, sent it over to Brown, and he just chunked it up and out of play. A goal kick upcoming for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he totally didn't hit it the way he intended to, because that was a good setup. He had a little bit of space in front of him. He had a nice look at the goal.
Bowman comes up, challenges, and gets it away from Ben Kish. Able to get around the corner on Wagner. Left-footed shot. Swallowed up by Caleb Winter.
The defense doing a little bit better job and at least cutting some angles off, but didn't get as much on it as he wanted. Relatively easy save for Winter.
Ali pressured by Brown, gets it back to Wagner. Sends it into the middle, stopped up by Whitcomb. Challenged by Mo Fatty, but able to get by. Fatty able to recover and get the steal. Send it over the top. Good header there by Zach Knutson.
Yeah, the Cardinals so far just really can't get the kind of pressure they want inside down in the Royal end. And give credit to the Royals. They're doing a good job of limiting the looks that they get and then controlling possession.
Jesse Small near side. Trying to get himself to the corner and cross, but in too deep and couldn't get the angle he needed. Another goal kick upcoming for Jacob Cater and the Royals. As we get down to the last couple of minutes here in this first half, Rogers a 2-0 lead on a pair of goals from Captain Alex Bowman. Small's pass deflected by Tran, but recovered by Mo Fatty. His shot from a ways out, hooks well wide and out of play.
We're winding down under 3 minutes. You know, we talked about the one thing Coon Rapids can't do is, certainly can't let this lead get into their heads. And they've, like you had mentioned, they've played teams tough for the most part.
Here comes Bowman again. This time Wynn is there to take it away and just clear it out of bounds. And skips off of Caleb Winter, and so it's going to be a corner. It was a pass attempt. He was trying to get Brown in there, and Brown was close, but skips away from Caleb Winter and out of bounds, and a corner kick coming up.
Well, he had a couple of players, one on either wing in close.
Royals corner kick.
Easton Whitcomb awaits. Plays it short and tight, and Winter able to take that one pretty easily. Mo Fatty puts it behind the defense. Yaya Sibity.
Oh, how's that? How's that not a call? He pushed him to the ground.
Well, he didn't blow the whistle.
He did not blow the whistle.
But clearly Sibity was bumped off the ball.
He pushed him to the ground. He just did it a little more subtly, and officials didn't see it.
Harmon forcing his way to the corner, trying to get around, and that should be a PK.
Yep.
And it is. And that was a silly, silly foul for Drew Kreckelberg, or Riley Rongier, rather, to take. Considering the placement. And Coon Rapids has to capitalize here.
It's so important.
PK with 45 seconds showing on the clock. And they will have Ben Kish come in to take it.
Yeah, this is where you earn your play here as a goaltender.
Kish will go to the right, off the post. Rebound skipped away from Ali. And the Royals able to avoid giving up a goal there. That's huge.
Is really huge. One maybe final rush for Rogers.
Isaiah Brown puts a little too much air under it and puts it up over the net. A golden opportunity wasted for the Cardinals late in this first half to try and cut the lead. As the buzzer sounds, the Rogers Royals will go to the half with a 2-0 lead. A pair of goals from Alex Bowman has them in the driver's seat. We'll take a break and be back with more from Rogers High School after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of boys high school soccer. Nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Back at Rogers High School, the Royals a 2-0 lead at the half over Coon Rapids, and it's been their star player getting them on the board. Coon Rapids has put some pressure on, but not been able to cash in, and Alex Bowman, a couple of opportunities that he has put in the back of the net. First one in the 7th minute, the second in the 13th, just showing why he is scoring at the rate he has all year. He's got 14 goals now
14 goals
on the season.
In 9 games. That's pretty good.
Golden opportunity for the Cardinals on a PK in the final minute of the first half. And Kish's shot rings hard off the post. And Coon Rapids in a bit of a hole.
And that was a great opportunity for the Cardinals. Unfortunately, they couldn't done that penalty kick. They couldn't convert, and that would have given a little momentum, and it would have obviously cut this lead in half. But now, now they got their work cut out for them. They've got a half of soccer, but they want to see if they can get on the board early here in the second half. Just give them a little confidence, a little momentum.
All smiles for Alex Bowman. He's got a pair of goals to give his team a 2-0 lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, in the event that the two teams have a tie at the end of regulation, the game will end in a tie with no overtime, per adjusted as the Minnesota State High School League rules. Thank you.
Cardinals called for the push. And it really took a while in that first half before Rogers started putting more shots on goal. Really through about the first 20 minutes almost. They just had the 2 shots that had gotten in. But they have done a really nice job all game of controlling through the midfield and building their attack and possessing the ball.
Well, and they got off to a relatively quick lead, 2-0 lead, and so, and as you mentioned, just on a couple of shots to start this game, and so they did continue to apply pressure, didn't get an additional goal, but was still applied pressure. But I think you're right, though. They built their attacks well, and really time possession and possession itself was the key for them in that first half.
Small trying to cross out front. Fatty can't control. And Cale Sandberg able to clear it away for the Royals. Coon Rapids able to recover. Into the corner for Abdel Rahim. And that cross in too deep. And out the end line and a goal kick. Kish moves it to Wagner at midfield. Back to Kish, ahead to Abdel Rahim. And the Royals able to get the steal and move it back toward midfield. Ian Wynn gets things turned around. Mo Fatty trying to get it to Brian Lopez. Shot from Eugen Harmon is up over the net and out of play.
No, we saw that with Eugen in that his opportunity in that first half, again, just trying to chip it up and over the goaltender, but a little bit too much on it.
Bennett came up and won the ball, but I think he... Looked like he was a little shaken up, but
Yeah, I don't know if he got hit in the jaw. Kind of looked like that a little bit. Seems to be okay.
came up and challenged. I think it was Cale Sandberg, and I think he may have hit his chin against the head of Cale Sandberg as he challenged for the ball.
So he's going to get a little attention.
Well, and play stopped, so he has to go off the field.
But the trainer walked off with him. Just make sure he's going to.
Eukin Harmon called for a hold. Obviously disagreed with the call. Ramos Dominguez able to get a steal. Gets it right back ahead for Kish. Trying to thread it through for Brian Lopez, and Arena plays it back to Cater, who spins it out of bounds right in front of his team's bench.
Yeah, not what he wanted to accomplish with that kick. So it turns it right back to the Cardinals. Jimenez okay, he's back in the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they stopped it just because he grabbed at his face.
Yeah.
But I suppose anytime it's a potential head injury, they have to be extra cautious.
They do.
Sandberg able to play it ahead into the Cardinal half of the field. Isaiah Brown, a little heel pass that didn't work. And Wagner gets it back to Mena, and now Jesse Small running along the near sideline. Small into the corner. And we'll chip it right at the net, and it's an easy save for Jacob Cater.
Yeah, Rogers, they like to move quickly. They like to move their offense, set it up.
Took a funny bounce past Wagner. Bowman able to win the ball. Bowman to Brown. Left-footed shot stopped up by Abdel Rahim. Dibba trying to clear. Tran trying to force it back in for the Royals. Now Brian Lopez for Mo Fatty. And near side for Tomas Mena, who has to back up for it. And on the long boot into the corner, trying to spring Harmon on a race. Arena able to get there first. And smartly plays it off of Harmon out the end line, and a goal kick upcoming.
Yeah, just trying to challenge Harmon and played his angle perfectly and get possession over to the Royals.
Bowman trying to make his way past and then able to cut back across against Wagner. A shot that misses wide and out of play, and a goal kick for Coon Rapids.
Cardinal substitution.
8 shots attempted in the first half for Rogers, 6 of them on goal. For the Cardinals, 9 shots attempted, just 2 on goal.
Yeah, and it's obviously you want to get your shots on goal. This situation, they've had a few opportunities, but not too many in terms of good looks.
Those numbers, of course, Young
official. Of course.
And I don't think I marked down the PK as a shot attempt, which it should have been. So really 10 shots attempted and only 2 on goal for the Cardinals in that first half. Stopped up in the middle by Zach Knudsen. Isaiah Brown challenged, ends up on the turf. No call. Mo Fatty bumped hard by Knudsen. Disrupted his run. This one played back to the corner. Ian Wynn will just chip it out of bounds in front of a charging Riley Rongier.
Well, this is where the Royals can be dangerous in this situation.
Brown a header, another went off a Cardinal head and a diving save by Caleb Winter. That would have been an old goal.
It doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter which player it comes from. You got to just make sure you make that save. So he's able to get a piece of it.
Shot blocked, high bounce. In a dangerous spot for the Cardinals. Coming in is Tran, and he just sends it through the crowd and out the end line, and a goal kick upcoming for the Cardinals. A little more than 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Royals leading on a pair of goals by Alex Bowman in the first half. Scored in the 7th minute and then in the 13th. Both essentially on breakaways, and we've seen why he's been able to score at the rate he has this year. He has good speed, and he's got a team that knows that, and they put it into places where he can just race onto the ball one-on-one. Cardinals going to be whistled for offside.
Well, yeah, and too, the way he strikes the ball, I mean, he does it so well, and we saw in his 2 goals that no opportunity for Winter at all to make a save.
Slide back right now, Jim. Jack's up.
Mo Fatty slips it ahead to Tomas Mena. Mena into the corner, trying to give Abdel Rahim a chance to run onto it, but Arena plays it back to Cater. Now Fatty pressured by Tran. Gets it back for Adam Wagner. Clearing attempt off of a Cardinal player out of bounds. And a throw-in upcoming for the Royals. Playing it in behind the defense, but Caleb Winter comes out and scoops it up in front of Riley Rongier.
Yeah, a little bit too much on it, allowing Winter to come out of the goal and making a play on the ball.
Brian Lopez able to win the ball back from Arena. Tried a little give and go, but Fatty's pass cut off and turned around by Zach Knudsen. This is Kreckelberg trying to reverse field, stopped up by Kish.
A little bit of pushing there by Tomas Mena.
It looked like they were both kind of tangled
up. I think
up.
he initiated it.
That's the way the referee saw it.
Yeah. But you're right. They both a little back and forth.
Trans boot headed, and Bowman turns, shoots, and scores again.
I mean, again, it came into his perfect spot for him, and he was able to turn. He got enough on it to get it past Winter. hat trick.
Goal number 12, Captain Alex Bowman.
You can see it again, just
Assist by number
getting
5,
away,
Bill
and
Sandberg.
he just got this, kind of got the side of his foot on it. Winter did get a piece of it, but obviously not enough. Makes it 3-0 in favor of Rogers.
Eugen Harmon trying to feed it through a sea of blue jerseys. And it is predictably cut off. But, you know, when you're attacking 3v7.
Yeah, that makes it, it's difficult.
And that's what the Royals can do now.
Sure.
I mean, up 3, bring everybody back and defend, and
Yeah, exactly.
coast to a win. Certainly not going to make it easy on the Cardinals.
No. Harmon with a nice little move to try and push it inside. But again, the defense is back.
Yeah, they came in, as we talked about early on. Alex Bowman had 12 goals this season coming into the game. And the rest of the team combined for 9. And here he's added 3, so up to 15 goals now in the 10th game of the season. There's a chance for Eugen Harmon in behind the defense. He shoots and scores, and the Cardinals are on the board.
Well, and it's hopefully the little bit of shot of the arm they need. Still plenty of time.
Coon Rapids goal.
See it again, just getting behind the defense, just pushes it past the keeper.
And there you saw it. He essentially attacked 1v3. They had 3 guys along that back line, but he was able to slice his way through and then just redirected in a position Cater couldn't get to.
That's Harmon's 4th goal on the season. It gives Coon Rapids a little bit of life now, getting on the board.
Stepping up is Wagner right at midfield. Fatty will get it to Mena. Mena over the top, trying to get Harmon a chance to run in, and diving out to cover it up is Cater. A little bit of a collision as Harmon was coming crashing in. Certainly didn't look like there was any intent to.
No.
But you know, going for the ball.
I mean, you're down 2 goals. You have to make something happen. If you win that battle to the ball, you have an opportunity to score a goal.
Will give and go. Bowman defended by Wynn, who's able to win it and clear it away.
Yeah, again, he wanted to make sure that he alleviated that pressure with Bowman there.
Eugen Harmon on the run through midfield. Ahead, but Ramos
Offside,
Dominguez was offside. Fatty bumped to the ground by Easton Whitcomb, and that'll be a free kick for the Cardinals. This one headed behind. Ramos Dominguez challenging, and
That'll be a bit of a, that'll be a call.
yeah, Zach Knutson shielding the ball with his body, and you can't run through him
No.
as much as you'd like to.
The officials,
It will-
they frown upon it.
They will whistle you if you run through your opponent. Another foul against the Cardinals right in midfield. Whitcomb's boot headed by Wagner. Sandberg looking for some help. Dibba trying to steal it away. Royals pass ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, there wasn't anyone there.
One substitution for the Cardinals. And for the Royals, number 3, Ian Plath. Number 20, Ethan Tran.
Abdullahi Ali in at forward for the Cardinals. Fatty near side for Jesse Small. Small trying to put it over the top of the defenders, give Ali a chance to run on. Throw in intercepted there by Zach Knutson. And then Knutson called for the foul.
Just a little over halfway through this second half, and Cardinals did manage to get a goal, and this would be a good opportunity here if they can get their offense working and see if they can get another tally.
Great header, huge save, sticking with it.
They're gonna, I think,
they're
wave
gonna
it off.
call
They're gonna
it.
wave it off.
And Cater is
Cater's
slow to
hurt,
get
yeah.
up. Tomas Mena is asking for clarification. Didn't feel that Cater had full control.
Let's take another look.
Initial header, no control.
Oh, he didn't have control at all.
That should be a goal.
Yeah.
But Cater shaken up, and Mena wondering why that is not a goal. And I have to agree. Until he has full control of that ball.
Yes, he definitely did not.
I mean, just because he is in contact with it and is touching it does not mean that that's a dead ball and you can't play to it.
Well, we're going to see a change in goal.
Well, I think you have to because, again, because it was a head injury or a potential head injury. But that one, and obviously we've talked about numerous times, far from being soccer experts.
Yeah.
But there was absolutely no control for Cater there. So, the hockey player in me says go to the whistle. And if the goalie doesn't have control of it, you continue to play.
It's free. It's a free ball.
And to me, there's no control there, and that should be a Coon Rapids goal. We should have a 3-2 game. But that's not the way it's called. Long shot in, handled by the backup keeper, Mark Mofornew. And how big would that goal have been for Coon Rapids? Of course, that would have drawn into even sharper relief the miss on the PK in the final minute of the first.
Right. No, absolutely. And that would have been huge and what we thought should have been a goal.
Ethan Tran down the left wing gets the shot on. Caleb Winter able to make the save. Cross attempt caught Dibba right in the nose. Ends up out of bounds.
He's not being heard.
Well, why? I didn't understand how they call it a foul, but this is going to be a free kick from a great place.
We'll see.
I don't know if there was. Oh, they're saying he touched it with his hands.
Yep.
Handball.
Yep.
Okay. And that's why he was pointing. He said, no, it went off my nose. Wagner plays it ahead. Settled there by Ron Gear and turned around by the Royals.
Harmon trying to make something happen there.
Harmon trying to cut across, had it tipped away from him. Good little move there by Sandberg to get up the sideline and around Jesse Small. Gets it ahead to Bowman. Bowman cutting across, gets away from Dibba. And Ron Gear waits. Good one touch back to where Bowman could run onto it.
Yeah, that ball bouncing around a little bit too much for Bowman to settle.
But a corner kick upcoming.
Rogers corner kick. Corner taken by number 5, Gil Sandberg.
Cardinals able to get it back out of the dangerous area, but here comes the Royals again. Bowman had a touch on it. Swing and a miss there by Knutson, and then a shot and a goal, and it's 4-1. Ethan Tran putting it home.
Yeah, and again, that was just the ball came perfectly placement for Tran, and he fired a fastball past Winter into the net. So that Royals get that 3-goal lead back.
Great setup, and he made it count. Tran's second goal of the season. And it is a 4-1 lead for the Rogers Royals. Under 15 to play. Fatty chips it ahead, trying to get Sibity through the defense. Royals able to clear. This one to Harmon and just a little too high.
Yeah, and he's hands on his face, bent over, knowing that he had a great opportunity there. And again, he pushed it over the top. We've seen that.
Well, it's hard to stay on top of the ball when it's still in the air.
I get it, but he knew he had the great opportunity. Hello?
Tran back the other way for the Royals. Long boot in, handled by Caleb Winter. Cater. Harmon ahead to Sivity, back to Harmon. Pressured, trying to get through a couple of Royals, but again, you know, when you have that lead, you can bring all the numbers back on defense and make certain that if you want to score, you're going to have to beat 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah, I mean, and again, with that kind of lead, you can do that.
Knutson ahead to Bowman. Bowman working against Kish. Finds some room, left-footed shot, and he's got his 4th of the game. Perfectly placed in the upper corner.
And he just toyed with him. He was able to control the ball and then slip past him and then just drilled it to the back of the net. He's an impressive soccer player. 16 goals now on the season through 10 games. Almost 10.
I think I mentioned early on you might want to mark him.
Yeah, I would think so.
A little bit closer.
Number 18, Connor Raish. Number 25, Isaiah Brown.
See it again. I mean, just look at the footwork. Did a really nice job of faking him and then
gets himself all the room he needs.
That's all he needed.
And then perfectly into that upper corner. There's Isaiah Brown right back on the attack for the Royals. Back into the middle, a shot and a big save for Caleb Winters. That one from Cale Sandberg was headed right into the top part of the net.
Yeah, they're just starting to pepper at this point.
Royals corner kick.
And now, you know, obviously a 5-1 lead is tough to dispute.
Yes.
But go back and say, what if?
Yeah, what if
they score the penalty kick?
Yep.
What if that penalty kick plus the Tomas Mena penalty, which again is questionable because there was no control by the goalkeeper.
Well, yeah, then
and it's tied at that point, 3-3.
Yeah, then the tenor of the game would be completely different, but not to be because the Royals have built a 4-goal lead.
Small steps up to disrupt things. Mo Fatty with it now as we're under 10 minutes remaining here in the contest.
That'll be a throw-in for the Cardinals.
Substitutions for the Royals. Number 1, Mark Ford. Number 10, Daniel Otto. Number 11, Tate Gossery. 13, Dylan Thomas.
And with time running down and a 4-goal lead, they're going to give wholesale changes and put the starters on the bench. Lots of smiles on the home sideline.
And well, should be. They played a nice match here today. A great opportunity to get some players who may not see a lot of minutes out there.
And for Coon Rapids, you know, while the loss is certainly disappointing, the number of goals allowed has got to be the biggest concern.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing they wanted to make sure was not happening, is giving up 5 in a game.
Well, and you're playing against maybe one of the better players in the state, and you know, and an opportunity to try and stop him. But you know, 4 goals on the night. That's tough to stop.
Three substitutions for the Cardinals.
Kish sends it right back out. Cassidy loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, tried to control it on that on the line, but couldn't do so.
Samuel Novak gets it back for Tomas Mena. Mena, long boot. Brian Lopez trying to run on behind the defense, but shielded off the ball there by Zach Knudsen. And Morfor New able to throw it back out near midfield. Ali in the corner. Crossing broken up by the Royal defense. And Rogers able to build through center again until Dibba steps up to steal a pass, and here gets Lopez into the corner, back to the far side, just wide.
That's unfortunate. He had a great opportunity for a goal there.
Not sure who they're giving a yellow card to one of the Royals. Yeah. I didn't see what happened.
In for the Royals, number 16, Josh Otto.
Zach Knudsen that's coming off. Looks like Brian Lopez walking off to the Cardinal sideline, so
maybe
I wonder if he gave it to them both. Were they? They might have been John back and forth, maybe.
Very possible.
Mulfatty stops up. Novak is shot from a long way out. Pretty simple save for Mark Mofernu.
And again, Royals no hurry to get rid of the ball with time winding down almost to the 5-minute mark.
Momadou Diba boots it ahead. Samuel Novak. And Mo Fournier comes out, challenges, and
that was a nice
gets
job.
on top of the ball. Abdullahi Ali attacking down the right wing. Not able to get the corner against Daniel Otto. And then the pass got away from Abdullah Mahmoud. Recovered by Mo Fati, and here comes Tomas Mena. Mena will put a shot on, and it's handled by Mo Fournier.
Mo Fournier easily saved for him.
Dylan Honnell in the corner, plays it back for Isaiah Brown, tipped away from him. And then lost out of bounds by the Royals. Novak turns, gets it to Tomas Mena. That pass way too far, and Mo Fournier just comes over and scoops it up. Fatty able to steal it away, then poked free by Honnell, at least momentarily. Ali challenged, and it's taken away by Ian Flath. Flath steps up and stops it in front of Mena as well. Fatty able to recover for the Cardinals as we're under 2 minutes remaining. Fatty from a ways out, shoots wide.
Again, just trying to get something into the back of the net. This will put the Royals at 4-4-2 on the season.
Cardinals at 3-5-3.
Yep.
Right. Novak shielded off it, ends up on the turf. Mo Fournier will boot it away. Fatty into Ali. And now Tomas Mena. Taken off it by Tati Yassiri. And here's Honnold. Kish tried to clear, was stopped up. Win. It'll play back near midfield. We're down to the final 10 seconds. Here's Isaiah Brown waiting on it, challenged by Dibba. And that will do it. The Royals will go on to a 5-1 win.
Yeah, they were impressive from start to finish. They did a really nice job of really building that lead and putting pressure on Coon Rapids to try and get something done offensively. And so they, give them credit. They're a good club, and they will go on and continue. And this is a big win. This is a big win for them.
Well, Coon Rapids, able to get on the board, but 4 goals from the Royals star, Alex Bowman. Eugen Harmon able to split some defenders and tip that one home just before the midway point. And then this is the questionable one.
Yep.
Tomas Mena battling for it and instead being called for the foul instead of the goal. And then Tran able to make it back to a 3-goal lead, and then wasn't quite done. Alex Bowman nets his 4th of the game to complete the scoring at 5-1.
Yeah, impressive. 16 goals through 10 games is pretty good work for Bowman.
Well, and just one contest remains for the Cardinals. They host the Centennial Cougars on Tuesday. And we have plans to be there. A busy week at CTN next week. We'll have swimming on Thursday and the football, the football opener. A little late, but better than never.
Absolutely. Should be some fun games next week.
But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Rogers 5, Coon Rapids 1. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.